When did you realize your parents shouldn't have had kids? My parents turned us into a family of informants where love was currency and betrayal was rewarded. The night I found my sister unconscious from discipline, I took her and disappeared. 3 days later, my parents were arrested trying to adopt more victims. Growing up, my parents had one rule: report everything your siblings do wrong or face the consequences yourself. I was the middle child of 4, invisible enough to see what others miss. While my siblings competed for scraps of affection through snitching, I watched our family destroy itself from the inside. My older brother Marcus would sell out anyone for dad's approval. When I was 5, I accidentally knocked over a glass of milk. Before I could even react, Marcus was already downstairs. Neil just made a huge mess and didn't clean it up. I didn't hear the conversation, just dad's footsteps and the sound of his belt coming off. 20 lashes, no dinner. While I sobbed into my pillow, I could hear Marcus downstairs being praised as responsible and mature. That's how I learned that in our house, survival meant sacrifice, and I refused to sacrifice my siblings. By age 12, I'd taken blame for countless things I didn't do. Broken dishes, missing homework, loud crying. My siblings felt safe around me because I was their shield, but they never returned the favor. They loved our parents' approval more than they loved me. The system worked perfectly until I turned 18 and left for college. That's when they needed a new target. The call came at 2 a.m. Kayla, my twin sister, whispering so quietly I could barely hear. "Neil, please, I can't." The line went dead. I drove home immediately. What I found in Kayla's room made my blood freeze. She was unconscious on the floor, her back covered in welts. I carried her to my car and drove straight to the hospital. When she woke up, she grabbed my arm with surprising strength. "Don't let them find me," she begged. "They said next time they'll make sure I can't call anyone." I made a decision that changed everything. We weren't going back. For 2 weeks, we lived in cheap motels, paying cash, moving every few days. I used fake names and avoided cameras. Kayla slowly told me what happened after I left, how the discipline escalated, how they'd lock her in the basement for days, how they told the neighbors she was troubled to explain her injuries. But our parents were smarter than I gave them credit for. They'd already filed a missing persons report, painting me as unstable and Kayla as manipulated. They had the whole town looking for us. The breakthrough came from an unexpected source, Marcus. He found us at a diner outside the city, but instead of turning us in, he slid into our booth with tears in his eyes. "I have something you need to see," he said, pulling out his phone. It was a recording of our parents planning their next move. "Once we get Kayla back, we'll make sure she never tries this again, and we'll get Neil committed somewhere he can't interfere." But there was more. Marcus had been secretly recording them for months. "I thought I was protecting the family by following their rules," Marcus said, his voice breaking, "but I was just helping them destroy us. We took everything to the police. This time, they listened." The investigation moved fast. When officers searched our house, they found Kayla's red liquid still on the basement floor. But the most damning evidence was what they found on our father's computer. Research on child psychology, specifically how to break a child's will without leaving marks, and correspondence with other parents sharing discipline techniques. The trial was swift. Our parents tried their usual manipulation, painting themselves as concerned parents dealing with difficult children. But the recordings, the physical evidence, and testimony from all 4 of us kids painted a clear picture. The judge's words still echo in my mind. "You didn't raise children. You manufactured victims." Our parents got 2 years each. Marcus, Kayla, our youngest sister, and I all moved in together near my college. We're learning what normal families look like.